Okay, there we go.
So definitely going to be able to use those hunters quite a bit. Let me see the loot.
All right, so they just killed the boss.
All of those.
But we missed the first boss.
God, that was literally a neck and neck kill. I think that was separated by less than a second.
I think it's just gonna wait for a wipe. That's basically it.
So we see Method here. They're opting to skip for, I think it was a shroud skip, whereas Aversion is actually using the gateway.
Yeah, I like using the gateway. Those are really cool.
They might be able to skip something with shrouds later. Although Method, I think, is running more rogues. I think Method right now has 2 rogues in the raid team, whereas Aversion is only having 1. So it kind of does equal out again as well.
Yeah, honestly, I think I maybe like the Warlock gate skip. They're better. Shroud is a fantastic skip tool in outdoor areas where you can mount and move together. You know, the rogue pop sprint.
Ooh, somebody gifted me a sub.
Everyone mounts up and you move forward. But I think the Warlock gate might actually be faster there when you're on foot.
Maybe, and we're seeing Aversion actually do something super interesting here, whereas Method is having to death skip. Aversion is actually having a hunter pull all the ads to the side, and then feign deathing, causing them to just run past the entire trash, and so they don't actually have to spend the time dying over here and resting, whereas, you know...
So they're not even going to deal with the 2 big ads at all.
Maybe it was even an unintentional wipe, I'm not entirely sure, but, you know...
I'm actually...
on the trash.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of ashamed of my guy now.
Like, that's a pretty good idea.
I'm watching him... And I'm like, dude, how can you think that a death skip is the answer here? Like, how... I know that you've done more complicated skips than this in
already
the
losing.
How can you think that the death skip is the right play here?
They're ahead of Method.
It's so funny because it's like, when is the last time...
What the fuck?
That you actually had to think about trash in a raid, right? Like, just such a different dynamic going on.
Yeah, because you're trying to do it as fast as possible.
Before we actually do go ahead and pull mobs.
Holy shit.
Yep, I mean, this is what Roger talked about, right? Like, on a boss, min-maxing your damage might grant you 20 seconds, but doing the trash smart...
Method is going to lose.
Minutes. And, I don't think they'll lose. Aversion practically ready to start pulling mobs.
Imagine if they lose their own event, man. That would be so awful.
You know, a couple of probably already like a minute pull ahead here by Aversion as they're starting to actually pull Mahouts right now.
And you know, you mentioned a minute.
Yep.
Yeah, you mentioned a minute though. That was exactly what they were saying. You could get if you maybe did 1 phase, right?
Method was ahead on the first boss though.
If you do 1 phase Mahout, that's one of the key things we need to think about before this boss gets pulled.
So they're already about to pull the fucking boss.
So we did see actually Aversion going for the reset, which if Method doesn't reset, that's basic, you know, that's those 30 seconds fully caught back up.
Wait, why'd they reset it?
Maybe it's for, you know, for a good reason, being able to get all the pre-channels.
Method has to go take a break?
Maybe they are
I'm not turning off the notifications on. I don't know how.
So they want to get, you know, the double unused inside that.
Yeah, so I can't turn it off.
All of those pre-channels that I saw from the mages earlier, and we see the pull happening right here. Method, you know, not doing the double unused trinket trick, but instead just going for 1, and the boss is practically pulled at the same time, but Aversion does have a little bit of a setup.
And you know, JB, just to think about other potential things that could happen, maybe we see some of the old Ny'alotha strategies that we saw in progression. Maybe Method setting up to take a break. Any breakers in the chat?
Oh yeah, I was actually, I forgot I was going to say something about that. This is going to be the first time that we've seen Method do a raid where they can't take any breaks. And I'm very curious to see how these guys
I don't know how they're going to come out ahead with that, dude.
They're going to mentally crumble. They need those breaks,
so,
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the breaks happened because, you know, Scribe was inside the raid. Scribe's not. Scribe's sitting outside making the calls in this one. So maybe...
So he's doing the same thing Max is doing.
So
that's
maybe,
good. That's smart.
You know, they can manage to do it without the breaks, but that's a massive disadvantage right there for Method.
Yeah, I would say so.
There's a streamer out there who's gonna probably hear that the breaks aren't happening, and he's probably sweating right now, being very scared that he's gonna run out of content soon. But hey, why would we ever spend any time thinking about somebody who still hasn't gotten Mechagon hard mode down? Looking on your screen right now, you can see that Mahmoud's already putting out some of the blue zones.
Dude.
Oh my god!
This is, I'm banning this guy, man.
Obliteration that does come out. Let's see if they're able to skip any of those phases, though. And
I get called out on somebody else's stream.
Long shield duration that's going to be put up on him that could save them a potential minute of
There's
time.
no way they're going to kill it before the shield.
1% of
There's no way.
More than 1% of its energy, basically every second. And
it's like a 0% chance that's
so
happening.
I don't think there's a single way that Method is unfortunately going to make the 1 phase.
Yeah,
although
there's no fucking way.
Aversion also did not make it. They decided to play it safer, and they are quite frankly just, you know, playing the stack up. This one is very scary because, you know, you get more gear, you get some more HP, but you mostly gain a lot of DPS.
Yeah.
And, you know, a reflect of 100%, you're just gonna, you know, straight up start killing yourself if you don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many people do we think die on this fight in practice?
I want to see somebody die.
Go, okay, half the raid just one-shot themselves.
So that'll make it more fun.
Here goes
more
the Arcane Mage, and the Arcane Mage is gone. Very interesting to see. If they, you know, how they end up doing it. But I think, you know, with externals, and remember, they know there's not going to be a second phase, so they can actually pop every single CD that they have flat out on this one. You know, you don't have to think save for the next set of debuffs. The boss is going to die quite quickly after this. And we do see a
he's going to die really fast.
Get out of it alive with everyone.
Now, Method did manage to get through this boss very quickly.
Damn.
Oh my.
Yo, Aversion's still at 20%.
I think they
what the fuck,
unless they figured out a way, to like execute this guy.
What the fuck?
Very impressive.
Okay,
Mamma
so
mia, that's a little bit spicy. I think one of the main things that you need to be looking at too is even without doing anything too crazy with the healers, do you think
their entire group
a little
suicided?
Bit more corruption to try to just pull ahead,
just to start at the beginning,
extra bit of damage. When you did the calculation, Ken, I'm pretty sure. Were you the one who did the calculation?
Yeah, that was the
abortion. Over 100k DPS, and I mean, I'm looking at Sarah doing 140, so
yeah,
that helps.
The Method Germans, you know, pulling their weight.
And this is, you know, an interesting thing that may come to light in this raid race is that, you know, as we talked about a little bit on the pre-race segment, some guys take it kind of easy during farm, and you know, obviously everyone's pushing their gear as hard as they can during progress, but there's a lot of guys that once progress is over, either they start playing alts or they kind of give up on leveling their neck, or they're not maybe doing all their visions every week.
Look at the efficiency,
and if all of a sudden, you know, like 3 months into farm, you're like, yo, we're gonna do a raid race. Is everyone's character, you know, super beefy? They're like,
not really, yeah.
I got some corruption, man. So you know, you may see some of these guys that
Method's already on the boss,
kind of atrophied.
Well, yeah, I mean, think about all the places of atrophy that could potentially happen. You get bored of doing visions because you're already in a good spot with your cloak. So now you're not getting all of the sockets that you could get every 2 weeks. A socket, I will say this one more time.
They're already almost ahead entirely by a whole boss.
Come in and be like, actually, a socket is worth 15 item levels. That's just not correct.
True.
I went to, I'm incredible at math, and I can tell you that that is factually not correct. They are very impactful, but it depends what the current state of the gear is.
True.
It depends on secondary stat distributions. It depends on the class overall. So it's not a clean 15 item levels, but it is a big power gain, and you can get that added to every single piece of gear every 2 weeks. Who the heck is doing that after they've already finished progression?
Who's playing the game?
Did we see Method go trash on the boss?
Yeah,
they just put trash on top of the boss.
Now that's the now that I'm talking about. This death skipping business, trash on the boss. Now we're talking.
Exactly. So like the thing with Skitra is he kind of doesn't do anything for like the first 15 seconds, you know. So it's the perfect time where everyone's popping as the D's, Bloodlust is out. You know, the Warlocks, you know, want to use the Havoc, you know, get it inside the Infernal. And the boss generally
there's no way, dude. Method's so far ahead now. Like I don't think that they're gonna win.
With it, make sure it's clear.
Method's
because
more
Skitra, you know, if you get some bad RNG, you see the version do it as well. You might have to run to the complete opposite sides of the room, and you don't want the trash to be there like that late into the boss combat. So to take it straight off the bat, make sure it's completely safe, and
just cleave it down. It's easy.
No problems with it at all. Here we see everyone marking, getting ready to call out where, which one it's going to be.
What if they kill the wrong one, dude?
First marker hits perfectly.
What if they kill the wrong fucking one?
This is a very good opportunity to pad if you're watching at home. This is the fun part of the fight. I will say, JB, I feel like Skitra is one of the fights that
they didn't fuck it up
easiest with
There's
gear.
no way.
It just got so easy to deal with.
I want to see somebody fuck it up, man.
They hotfixed, or not hotfixed, but they quote unquote nerfed Skitra, but I think it actually ended up making the fight harder.
Yeah. It's just that you wouldn't see some of the abilities because you were pushing her too fast.
Yeah.
On raid testing, this boss on Mythic was probably the hardest boss we tested from this entire raid. The shooting on him was rough.
Probably because of the dot.
To stay alive.
See, look at that. They're killing it close to the door so they can run faster.
But that they actually ended up.
That's efficiency right there.
On live, it was a little bit.
That's
too
fucking
easy.
efficiency.
So make sure less phases, more mechanics. Actually, have to deal with them.
Look at Aversion, dude. They don't even know what the hell they're doing.
Do you remember during the polls when we were actually watching during progression? I think that JB and I got to cast them together
from
after reset, and they had gotten extra gear. Exactly what Kana had mentioned happened. Like all of a sudden, you just didn't see half of the mechanics because they blew up the boss so fast.
Yeah, that's the fun way to play the game. Just like Classic again.
Method has managed to get out of this boss room pretty quickly and starting to take a pretty commanding lead over Aversion. And now we'll see here, we've noticed how many rogues they have, Method has on its roster compared to Aversion. Seeing a lot of shrouds.
Wait, they have 4 rogues,
using
so
another
they're just
one
going
here,
to shroud
doing a double
everything.
shroud, trying to make the whole run.
Man, it's nice seeing Shroud. We haven't seen one of those on Twitch in a little while, but
and then they're going to use the fucking gateway,
how do you feel
right?
about the rogues in other situations? Do you think that they're only good for the Shroud, or do you think they're good overall?
Oh no!
I mean, Sin's competitive single target damage.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's just that.
Yeah, I know. Rich will always go.
Right. Okay. So what I think they were trying to do is because they were pulling actually trash in between all of it.
Wait, what?
But they constantly kept shrouding. So I think this might be just for possibly the paladins maybe to get through, maybe a druid to get through, and then everyone jumps off here, everyone dies, resets the aggro, they can get a res up.
Wait, so they're gonna skip all the trash with a res?
Maybe that's with soul stones. Yeah. Okay.
I'm curious how far down your body actually. Okay, so they managed to get the mass res. I was like, I wonder if that's even within 100 yards of who's mass resing. Okay,
and look at Aversion, dude.
Can they all make the stairs?
It counts, yeah.
It looks like they can.
So they're all on the elevator.
Boss defeated. Excellent.
Elevator boss defeated.
There it is, man. Wow. Okay, so they're already through all 3 bosses.
I'm already thinking about it. I want to see everybody wipe on Zinesh multiple times.
I want to see a wipe too. Like if there are no wipes, it's gonna be boring.
Trash is probably where you can mostly gain your minutes or seconds advantages. That is safe, like if you're smart on trash, you can save some time.
This is so stupid. Yeah, this is so dumb. Whereas, so he's skipping everything.
One wipe on Zinesh instantly push you back 4 minutes. Push you back another 4 minutes if you wipe a second time. So at the end of the day, you can gain a lot of advantages. This is on normal mode. Safe things. How safe can you play it? If you're ahead, maybe you can drop the last 5 corruptions, so you actually get under 40 and be completely safe from the thing of beyond.
I don't want people to get the wrong idea.
And maybe even if you actually end up wiping, if you're so fast, maybe you're still completely fine to just be in the race.
I don't know, man. I feel like if they have a wipe, it's over for them.
This trash pack that Method's doing right now is actually skippable, but they chose to do it anyway because it drops corrupted mementos.
I think.
Ooh, they can get ready for their visions.
I thought that dude dropped. Wasn't that one of the corrupted memento bosses?
No,
I think it's a different one.
Yeah, he was.
This is
this is the one. Okay.
I think the door
they both are. What the fuck?
You're forced to kill it. Until you kill both of the summoners, the door doesn't open.
Yeah, they both are.
I think it might be.
Jeez, dude.
Talking about corrupted mementos, we see Aversion pulling them up that actually drops some corrupted mementos, but I think they are just gonna teleport right above it. Keeping up, we see Aversion now.
McConnell, who's gonna win? Is Method gonna win?
Yeah. So the door is closed at the end, and it's
okay. I don't know how much are they paying.
I thought we talked about skipping this before progress. Like we can. Get
I think Aversion will win
here, but
really
somehow we didn't do it.
Oh,
this was the reason why.
Okay.
Now we're gonna need to see if the German efficiency on this trash is going to be able to catch them up a little bit.
Okay.
And I believe we'll probably see, and JB,
please
correct
fuck
me,
this up.
If you
please fuck this up.
I think we're going to see
doing this anymore.
I wasn't sure, but when we had Dex here for this one interview, he said that they only needed 6 kickers, which basically implies 2 groups, 2 times we're going to get to see the ball kicked.
Okay, here we go.
And I am very curious to see, who's going to be it. We talked to Roger, and Roger said he was going to be one of them. So we need to find the next 5 candidates for this one.
Damn, they're actually really
this is where you get a little bit of a peek into a guild's into their reputations at this point, because the 6 guys that get picked for this, those are going to be the guys that the raid trusts not to screw up. So you're going to get a peek behind the curtains here.
They could also be the guys that have the lowest DPS.
Yeah. We see Jeeve, Liskanon,
not entirely true,
Azalea, and now going in. Now Jeeve and MS, that could be scary, but in general, incredibly good player. So I have the most faith in these 3 guys that they're gonna do it, and then I guess afterwards we're gonna possibly have Team Officer Core. Here we go. Is it gonna go in? Now he's standing next to it. Does he need to kick it? Interrupts not going through, and it goes in. Method is down.
What are these purple boys? Ooh, that's the mythic mechanic.
They're probably only going to need to do it one more time. You just got to make sure that you slap the ball in the right direction. As you guys said, it's very hard. It's one of the hardest things you need to do.
Wait, that's what my guild was wiping on?
Like this is figuring out who in your guild has the best ball handling skills. I personally just have absolutely no skill to be able myself to
shit, I didn't know that, man.
I wouldn't want to do this either. This is like this is heartbreaking.
First off, I see that Method has opted to send healers down, and some people might say like, oh, it's because you get a maximized DPS, but I think we all know that actually healers are always the best players in your raid. And if given the choice to allow you, if you have to trust someone to do mechanics, healers are always going to be a safe bet.
I actually agree. Healers are the best players.
Healers, the only people who
healers are the best players in a raid.
To help you
I'm not even kidding.
Definitely can trust the person with that mentality. Don't get it. I really don't get it, man.
Because they have to deal with all the idiots in the raid on top of the mechanics.
We see number 2 coming in.
It's not just
Method,
the boss.
And I think, yeah, actually, Aversion is onto the first kicking right now. I think this is the last kick that's going to be happening. Are they gonna be fine? I think the orb looks very beautiful.
Please wipe. Please fucking wipe, dude. Please fucking wipe.
Now Method though are
I
onto
want
the
to see
second
it.
kick. No interrupts going through. If the
Give me a
interrupt goes
fucking
through, it
wipe.
could be straight up wipe because, you know, if you get feared into some bad stuff, you're just dead. This fight is actually kind of rough on the damage intake. Lots of demos going on.
Ice Cube, thanks for 5 subs. Appreciate that, man.
Spot heal those. But it looks like Method also probably have done it as long as they can make the DPS check right now. Actually, oh, the last set's coming in.
Yeah,
if you don't wipe here, then they have it.
Wow.
So everyone is ready to interrupt it.
If Method
Look at
wipes,
that ret
dude.
paladin damage, by the way.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck?
Imagine not giving a ret paladin gear. Look at that.
Yeah, this didn't even. You didn't even have to have anybody die for this kind of damage.
He does not. That's Darkleys for you. You randomly just see him, you know, onto the meters. Like Darkleys is always the guy before the tier that said he was benched, and then you know he always would find to sneak in every single time. During BOD, we're like, you know, we had to call him out of his sleep for him to join the raids because, you know, Red Paladin might be useful. Suddenly he walked
Red
in.
Paladins.
There he was. There we see him. Beautiful little Narcles. I miss him so much.
I actually have been a big fan of Red Paladins in general throughout progression because of what JB alluded to as well. Like, it is so cool in progression to see those Red Paladins
what do you say about me?
Get that damage buff as members of the party start to fall.
Yeah, because they start dying.
And
it's fucking hilarious.
A cool little element of RP that feels really unique to them as well. You know, just specking for members of their party dying. But once ahead, Method
please let's
still
see these guys
pulling ahead. Let's see if they're able to get this ball in. If they are, they're not going to
come on.
It doesn't. Or if we find on the other side, this is actually gonna go in.
Come on, let's see the fucking wipe.
And the first
check Warrior DPS.
That was the closest one. That ball was, you know, almost cuddling with
Warrior beating Rat Paladin
with the boss right
Warrior's
there.
number 1, best.
Touching the almost
number
the circle,
6, but you know
they ended up being fine. No wipes from either team.
We see Next kind of smiling here.
Which one do you guys think?
Yeah, breathing a little sigh of relief there. I think they were also aware of how close that was.
The pressure was getting to him, but
I don't know.
Germans managed to pull it off.
I feel like one wipe and it's all over for either one of the teams.
Clearing a whole bunch of trash.
Jesus, dude, yeah, that's a huge fucking AoE pull.
Getting ready for.
Come on, man. Let's see a wipe, man. You were on screen.
Yeah,
I saw it. I saw it.
I think so. Be moving on to Vexiona, and I'm trying to think if there's anything on this fight.
Yeah, I saw it. Dude.
Yeah, there is. So the boss flies up on percent. So like the boss will fly up based on the timer, but will transition to the last phase on the percentage.
Yeah, I saw it.
So if you can pop enough DPS that you basically transition the boss right.
Yeah, they're already on Vexiona.
Fly up the second time. You skip the entire
second
intermission.
Whatever the fuck her name is.
Which just means she's not flying around. There's like, you know, it's like basically a minute-long intermission. So again,
I don't think they're going to be able to kill her before that.
DPS,
That's going to be way too fast.
Be able to do it on Maut. Being able to get him in one phase, no intermission phases.
Yeah, that's really hard to do.
If they can do it again here and Version can't, that gives, you know, Method even bigger of an edge.
I don't know why the Ret Paladin is doing so much damage.
Fights that have phases, if you can skip the phases, shave substantial time
I don't understand. Then they're using the beam to kill the ads. Holy shit!
Sometimes it is the right move to just shave it off. By the way, for anyone watching right now, definitely looking to shave off some seconds from this clock. This is a very good opportunity, though, as you guys did both mention, to try to pick up some extra time. But let's actually talk about some of the mechanics in particular as we see that lust on pull.
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
straight off the bat, you know, everyone I think is, you can see Roger Brown saving his blood of the enemy, making sure that they can.
I'm just gonna get a drink, guys. That's all. I'm just getting a drink.
Fire mage, just like any class that has ridiculous AoE while still being able to maintain a super high single target is, you know, a class that you want for this fight. There's a little bit of possibilities for funneling, but I don't think anyone is really, you know, gonna try it. I think they're just gonna get rid of the ads as fast as you humanly can.
And I imagine the same for the void zones. Like during progress, you want to be really good about dropping those things as far to the edge as you can. But if this fight is as short as I suspect it's gonna be, I would imagine guys start
they gotta deal with that around me.
Yeah, play it a little bit greedy. Don't play it fully back. You know, don't run, you know, 4 seconds ahead. Just go as much as you can in between your casts, but still putting it into like a nice little place. Use your blinks very aggressively for it, and
I feel like Method just has this like they prepared much more for this
than
Aversion has.
The best thing you can. And
maybe I'm wrong about that, but it seems like they have.
And hasn't even gone up the first time yet, so Method is looking.
Yeah,
they
prepared for this.
To getting this DPS check down.
Okay, dude.
Yeah, and this will give us I think a decent indication of whether a 2-phase is potentially doable.
Version has to go
based
to
on her
work.
HP when she goes up for the first time. Like there, we're
It's
right
not
at
bad,
50%.
So
as the transition's about
So
to start.
she's flying away. That's not a surprise.
Exactly. So it's
And now
important
they
to know
just
if you
AoE
can
down the
actually
ads.
DPS the boss while she flies by. So if you have things like
Wait,
instant
aversions
dots,
like they're resetting.
all of these things, when she actually flies past you, you can actually try and get some damage in. Only it'll never get a little
Wait,
bit harder.
they
as,
reset
you know,
for heroism?
You might want to bait the breath
Oh
in a certain
no!
way. So like for example here they're gonna stand in the middle. So
no.
while the boss flies past, you can see right trying to focus
40.
the boss.
All
Just a
right.
cheeky little bit of
At
damage
this
in
point,
right
it's
there.
Method's game to
And,
lose,
the boss
man.
probably lost almost close to 1%.
There's no way.
Just flying past.
They shouldn't have used hero on trash.
Here again, same breath, you can see Roger has it on boss ball. Aversion,
Like that was such a waste of time. I don't think they realize like how much time they waste. By,
Yeah,
like,
I'll be
just
curious
not,
to see if
doing
Aversion's
that.
able to get Vexion any lower going through that first phase.
Yeah, see now they just pulled the boss. They're over 50%
yeah,
below
we've
the
committed
boss.
lust already,
and
so
they had the transition.
Each transition, or you would expect
Holy
the second
shit.
transition to maybe be a bit less DPS than the first.
So somebody like Method has to wipe for Aversion to have a
also,
chance.
like the last phase, isn't a complete joke. You can't just like not do anything the last phase. You just kind of YOLO it and hope. The last phase does do a lot of damage, and it can still be very, very tight in terms of DPS. So definitely, like in this phase, we do see Method, though they already are into the last phase now. You don't want to push your cities too early if you don't have to. You want to save them for the last phase.
Yeah,
make
of course.
a nice, clean transition, preferably even without ads, and just be able to fully DPS the boss. But I mean, Vexiona is going down super fast already at 20%.
Just beat her dick off, man.
Whereas
It's that easy.
kind of just started the fight, so big lead here so far for the Methods.
I mean, they're pretty much a boss ahead right now.
Yeah,
obviously, like
it's
you
insane.
said, there are some scary things that
They're
can
way
happen
farther
in the
fucking
final
ahead.
moments of this fight. But all in all, you can start relying on some of your execute classes as well to push out that extra damage. And Vexiona should fall without too much of a problem. I do want to say very quickly, for anybody who is just tuning in right now, you currently are watching the Ny'alotha Showdown, Aversion versus Method right now. And also, a lot of things are going to be a lot different than any world first race that you've potentially watched, because this one they have full knowledge. They
Because they're not
going to
wipe 100 times.
They don't have to worry about anything like resets or anything like that.
Or taking
this is
breaks.
a full speed run with knowledge on all the boss fights, but you also have to deal with trash. So that's going to change.
Yeah, the trash is what really
it's going
is
to
a
change
cock,
a lot of the
man.
things that we know about racing so far, as we start to see some of these cheeky skips even come in right now.
Meanwhile, though, we see Methods again just doing the general death skip.
Yeah, they're just way farther ahead.
Everyone, Soulstone on the healers, everyone dies.
I don't know about like this whole death skipping
He's
thing,
gonna
man.
accept it very soon.
Seems like it's a bit much.
See a rest, and they'll probably pull the entire hive mind trash. Whereas Aversion we see right now going into the last phase of Vexiona. They managed to skip the second phase, the second intermission as well, and just gonna nuke the boss down so fast. And I mean, right now you see probably Method be like 2.5 minutes ahead, maybe. They're actually not even that insanely far ahead, and most of this is,
I mean,
a good minute and a half, probably
that's a
from,
lot.
Actually just killing.
That's a lot. That's like
pure DPS race
3
right there,
minutes,
playing
man.
a
I'd say it's
risky
like
tactic.
3.
And the other minute
Especially
maybe
with trash.
just bit smarter, bit faster with the trash skips, bit more efficiency. But
yeah,
honestly, like Aversion really isn't nearly as far ahead. It takes one wipe for Aversion to suddenly be ahead, and I mean,
they're not gonna wipe, man.
Il'Gunov and Sanesh.
There's no way they're gonna wipe.
Il'Gunov is still on the board.
Yeah,
there's no way.
It comes up to those few moments
How
where
the
you
fuck
can
are they
really
gonna
see
wipe?
wipe happen, and that can just change the entire landscape of the event.
I can't imagine that.
I don't know if we have a drink sponsor for this one, but like if you see a wipe come out on the other side, that's when you maybe take that advertised beverage, or MSI sponsored powering the entirety of the event. This is when I would open up my MSI laptop and I would go to my favorite after stream websites. I like things like that.
This is my
can
laptop
happen
right here.
after we see a wipe.
Okay, now Raw Den is a hard fight on Mythic? I feel like he's kind of hard.
Most likely about to go down in.
Maybe they'll fuck this one up
for Aversion, and everyone else.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
moving
All right.
forward to-
Please wipe. I feel like watching this. It's like watching NASCAR. I'm not actually watching to see how good they are. I'm just watching to wait for them to crash. Like I'm just sitting here just waiting for the fucking crash, dude. Like hopefully they'll wipe on trash or something like that. That's all this is about for me.
Even if somebody was able to like.
But all in all, Raw Den.
It's good.
This is a fight
Rich
that
bang
can
people on
have
the
those
stream.
moments. The
It's
second
very
that I saw Raw Den get reset, though, I was in a time machine. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're gonna reset this 8 more times. We're seeing the Infernals come down. Obviously,
So they're
that is
already
not
on
something
Raw
that you
Den.
can do anymore.
Okay,
but
please
we're off
wipe.
to the races, and now it's
Please
time
wipe.
to look to see which orb they're gonna deal with
Ooh,
first.
come
Is it
on.
going to be the
I wanna
fifth
see
element,
it.
Vistas?
Please fucking wipe, man.
Yeah, we're gonna see how they're gonna end up dealing with this. We did see Chief being very sad, popping all CDs and having to walk out of melee range, which...
where do you lust on 5 mask? I don't. You just
but
kill
he's
it.
back into melee, popping all the CDs and doing as much DPS and HPS as he humanly can. We do see the Vita going on, and we do see the Shadow Heads, which meant that they killed the right orb?
Yeah.
Looking at this, I think. Pretty sure they killed the right orb, yeah. Which means they do not have to deal with... Yeah, I don't see any black orbs going around right now that need
they're just so far ahead, man. There's no way that they're gonna lose.
And then most likely gonna kill the Vita orb as the next one.
Like, there's no way.
Like,
I don't think it's possible, man.
Fire mages, warriors, and
I don't know, man. They've got the one last wing, and then they go to N'Zoth and Corrupt and Carapace. I think that's where it's gonna really get hard for them. So if they will wipe, it'll be there.
But this fight is just all about, you know, get as much boss damage as you can.
Aversion's kind of catching up, though.
But make sure
I mean, not kind of, a little bit.
Into the wall, you can see there, so the orb goes where you face. So pulling it into a wall just means, you know, you get it stable in the exact same spot. So they're just juggling it right there.
Show limit versus method.
Whereas they also will be.
I don't know who would have won there.
Community people over there.
Method's not gonna wipe. They might. I mean, you never fucking know, dude.
Massive, like, how do you call it? The darkness.
Maybe they'll have to take another break and
completely solo. Normally you have to share it, but obviously you don't have to do anymore if it just goes from somebody that can immune it. Which is kind of scary because, you know, there's Revers in melee, and Revers just has to straight up walk out every single time.
Yeah, they've already gotten down to 30%. I don't think they're going to wipe here. Like, unless they just completely fuck something up, man.
Yeah, that is one of those mechanics that I was kind of surprised didn't get changed.
Look at that warrior damage.
Progress.
That's like, the way it should be, right there.
You had to bring immunity classes to deal with that.
Number one.
Nobody ever soaked it legitimately.
Yeah. Warrior's number one, right there.
It felt like at some point
you love to see it.
Kind of go like, okay, yeah, maybe that does too much damage.
You know, give it the Ogunov thing. Just give it a small rework. You know, maybe it does less damage.
Yeah, Arms is number one. I need to actually respect, man. Arms seems way better.
I think when we did the math for this boss on progress, we were just like, yeah, we take like 50% less damage in this entire fight if we just.
How much is he even doing? Let me see.
Meanwhile, though, we do
133k
down over here.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, Sarah was actually dead at this point.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck?
That might be straight up just Lucid gameplay right there.
Maybe I should.
You can pop Lucid, get an immense amount of leech, and shoot
man.
one Chaos Bolt in your Supremacy, and you full back to full HP. So
I need that.
Right, well, yeah, I do need that to interject here really quick.
Fury is more fun. Yeah, I think it is too.
Look at that warrior damage, man. Imagine 45,000 people just realizing how bad you are at warrior.
Oh my god,
dude! Moment. I'm not talking about.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He was able to do that damage, by the way.
Like I'm
very
playing
impressive stuff coming out there. All in all, for this guild, as they keep on trucking forward.
Listen, if I had the right
just
gear,
now getting ready to reset Rodin,
it'd be completely different.
I'm assuming that Method was just able to clear the Rodin trash a lot faster than Aversion was.
Yeah, I actually think Aversion might have actually. I think that was about the same. It's just I think
so. They're already over halfway done.
Expected for Aversion.
Jesus, dude. You know what would be really fucking funny is if instead of doing a Mythic Plus race, what these guys should do is have every guy get their girlfriend to play their character, and then have them try to do normal mode and just record the girlfriends of the different guilds or like boyfriends or whatever trying to do the raid, and they haven't even played the game before. That would be really fucking funny. What?
That's a little sexist, don't you think?
What do you mean? How's it sexist?
Well, I mean, you're assuming that girls aren't good at WoW or at video games.
Well, if they don't play it, they're not going to be good at it. You're right.
That's fucked.
Okay.
That's sexist.
You know what, man? Or boyfriends. Okay? Or boyfriends.
The two guilds have the same like strategy going forward, and it's just a matter of corruption. I don't even think it's possible for Aversion to catch up as long as Method doesn't wipe. I think the only way at this point that Aversion could creep up on Method is to do something different with trash. I don't think they can make it up on boss DPS.
Wait, they're already halfway through Shadar.
It's gonna be really.
They're already halfway through the boss. Look at him.
Kind of just aiming for a mistake right now with Method more than anything
else. He's going crazy.
Yeah, right. I think best case scenario. Let's say you go for a risky play.
Yeah.
Even if the play is so risky,
fight two bosses at the same time.
60% chance.
10 people for each boss.
And I think if you go that risky, maybe you save 30 seconds off of each boss. 30 seconds times how many bosses are left? Right. That's like not even 3 or 4 minutes. So you, what? That's good math.
What? That's NA math right there. Did you see that quick maths?
That was really
I like how we're talking about high corruptions, and I just see Jimmy's like Corruption Eye being like, you know,
It's
he
the
can
size
Besides
of the
Shadar's
platform.
platform.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
it's fucking
I'm
massive.
pretty sure he is a 59 gamer right now, something close to that.
Yeah, look at that damage as well.
I do corruption with 75
Absolutely
or so,
melting this dog.
and
I
I die.
like this fight a lot. This is one of those
That's
fights
pretty much
where,
how it works. I die.
I feel like it's a really
then it's
fun
somebody else's
patchwork
fault.
fight to play with.
Yeah.
It was interesting. Normally in patchwork fights, you would try and drop a healer, whereas when we did this boss, I ended up
Yeah.
actually healing it, so we actually ended up 5 healing. Just because
Look at the
DPS
fucking
check wasn't
eye,
nearly as
dude.
difficult,
Holy
and it
shit.
just felt, you know, the safest
Oh,
to
we
just
just used the cloak to get rid of it.
heal it a little bit more. So
Dude, this demon hunter is popping off.
yeah,
Holy
this boss.
shit.
I mean, Roger brought it up in the interview, right? Like,
Is
this
it
boss would've
dusty?
been a lot more fun
Fuck
if,
no,
you know,
dude. It's not dusty.
it was just like a butcher DPS check. Like, you know, he would go berserk and you would have to kite him around a little bit.
Okay,
Well,
they're gonna kill him right
unfortunately,
here.
ended up being a little bit
It's
easier
fragments.
than
Yeah, I don't know who
hoped
it
for,
is,
I would say.
but he's popping off. I'll say that.
Yeah, I think there's normally an expectation from like dog bosses that they're gonna just go wild on your raid at the
Yeah.
end.
Only
and
if
this
they're
guy
pit
didn't
bulls.
really do that.
I don't know when it happened too, but like, what are the things that you expect from
Aversion
dogs?
wiped?
You,
Wait,
you expect
Aversion
that,
wiped?
You also expect breath mechanics.
Aversion wiped?
And this one definitely did have those conal breaths.
Oh
Well,
no!
I'm trying to think
That's
when
it.
that actually did start.
It's over.
But if I see a
Oh,
dog,
no.
I'm like, okay, conal
That's
breath is going to happen at some point. I feel like
Is this just
it happened before Legion, right? I mean, by Legion, it
Wait, death
Man.
skip?
You are
Yes.
right. There's a lot of breath
Wait, did
mechanics
that
with
skip?
dogs.
you know,
Never mind.
one of the
Never
reasons I
mind.
like
Oh,
this dog.
okay.
is
Oh,
he
they're
reminds
good.
me
Cut the
a
music,
lot
cut the music,
of
everything's fine.
My own dog.
Everything's
He takes
okay.
poops, like all over the room, especially when you get to those final phases.
Very interesting.
I don't want to visit your apartment, Rich.
I don't think anybody
Dude,
does.
honestly,
I've seen
There's a
pictures.
soft and
It's
rage
really
going
bad.
on in my living room right now.
yeah, we're deep in phase 3 over here. Now,
Wait,
my
so
room
they're
right
all the
now,
way.
it is,
Method's an entire
it's
boss
actually
ahead.
more disgusting than some of those React streamers' bedrooms. It's pretty bad.
Listen, my
Not because
room
of
is
dog poop. I'm
fucking
not smelling my
fine.
dog poop right now.
My room is fucking clean. Shut the fuck up. Look.
Well, let's see. So we
It's very
are
clean.
now more, I think, than a boss behind with a version.
Yeah, fucking
on Showdown.
bullshit, man.
And moving into Dress to Gath.
Complete bullshit.
And again, as we talked
room
a
is
little bit
very
about
clean.
in the pre,
Show the snack box. Okay.
And then week 2.
I still remember Max tweeting. I think the after the first reset, I think he tweeted something like, "This week I might actually learn what Dress to Gath does."
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Like he just didn't, it's like I don't know. The
like a
tentacles shoot some stuff
50-pound
across
box
the room, I guess.
of
Don't get
food.
hit by it.
Yeah, I still
Fucking
don't fully
food.
know the mechanics to Dress to Gath. It's like one of
You got
those
the
things,
blanket?
though.
I don't know
with
the
Dress to
mechanics of any of
Gath,
them.
I just feel like
don't need to.
I've been practicing for the fight for a really long time. It's almost second nature to me, even without opening up the old DJ, the Dungeon Journal. It's like,
Oh,
just beat
God.
the tentacle, let it hit the ground, right? It's something that I feel like I
Okay.
practice all the time.
Like
And,
maggot farm?
you
No,
know, in World
relax,
of
dude.
Warcraft, of course, like it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
How this fight is going to go. You see the tentacle withering in the air, fully ready for damage.
So how much?
No
HP
one
do
knows
we
how
have
to
left
follow
on
that up.
Dress to Gath here, about half.
They're just like
Dress to Gath is
pausing.
about
They're like,
half, and Shatar
Uh-huh.
version is about to go down.
yep.
Okay.
I don't
So
think
yeah,
there's
no.
nearly as much trash also in between the two bosses, so
Yeah, they just go one
they'll
to
be able
another.
to run here relatively quickly and start on the boss as well. Most likely almost before.
Yeah,
Method
they're already
kills,
halfway done on
Bears,
Dress
but
to Gath, and Shadhar isn't even dead by Aversion. I don't
you
know,
can see the
dude.
difference, I think, in the amount of corruption you're willing to run on the fight. I think
I don't
Jim's side
know.
of this fight was considerably smaller than it was on Shatar, so they're likely to pull within the next couple of seconds. Pull to clean up theirs.
My headphones have a volume control.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe Roger's sort of prediction earlier in the show.
I didn't
may end
know
up
that.
being prophetic. Where
Like,
if
I
there's
was
any
wondering
chance,
why
I
it kept
think,
going
for
up
Aversion
and
to get
down.
back up, I think it would
They
to
have
be
a
like
volume
wipe
control on them.
Il'gynoth.
I thought they
because
were
a wipe on
broken,
Il'gynoth
dude.
That serves two things. Like
I
does
thought
two
they were
good things for
fucking
Aversion.
broke.
One, it's a wipe, so obviously you have to redo the boss.
Okay,
Second,
wow.
the spawn point
more you
right
know.
now in the dungeon is going to be set way back after.
Okay, whatever.
Like right as you
Keep
walk
going.
into the outdoor area. So getting back to Il'gynoth if you wipe there. Now
Uh-huh.
if you have some kind of wipe recovery,
Yeah, they're
here,
already almost dead.
like
yeah,
on this fight, I don't know. If
they're
they'll
about to
try
kill,
like,
Il'gynoth
soul stone
now.
people and tell somebody not to. Like I don't think there's a way you could necessarily die on Il'gynoth and not wipe the raid. But if that were to happen, they may have wipe
I'll
protection.
take your
here.
word for it. If they can't kill it, they'll just bring in Rex
They
Tory to
may
solo it.
realize that a wipe here would be really bad.
Being
But
a melee your DPS isn't nearly as important because, you know, once all the tentacles are gone, obviously, like, the multi-doctors, the mages, and, you know, the classes have the...
Yeah, they're going to be able to kill Il'gynoth. I doubt they're going to wipe on Il'gynoth,
you know,
dude.
might want to play a bit more corruption.
Stop spamming me a donate. Like, it's weird. I'll donate if I want to donate.
It's a bit less impactful since you're mostly running around killing the tentacles and not getting any...
Okay, I hate whenever chat spams for me to do something.
But definitely on this boss,
it annoys me.
Yeah, you can see the circle there. That's like, you know, maybe like,
stop.
what, a 19? Maybe, you know, slightly above 20 circle right there. That's a small.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna wipe here. Like they probably practiced this like 50 times, dude.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah. You know if Jimmy, you know, is running the small circles, you know that the team itself is doing it as well.
Yeah. When you said that, the small circle thing got me so riled up. I turned my neck so quick to actually look at that part of the screen to take a peek at it that I actually like pulled my right around here a little bit. I was like, oh, my shoulder. You know, it's very exciting to see the corruption changes happen throughout the fight. But now we're going to be taking a look at Il'gynoth. And this is one of the other fights that definitely does scare me. I feel like this is one of the places that we could
I said, great commentary, exactly.
Oh, for sure. This is like one of these.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can see just the amount of damage, right? If one person dies here,
he's gonna do.
It can cause the explosion to the next person.
Please fucking die.
To everyone else.
Please fucking die.
Full rage wipe going out.
Please let's see a wipe.
So one person needs to die here, and like I said,
I want to see a wipe,
like,
guys.
First player, you can see in the raid frames, he doesn't have cheap death right now. If he dies, he's just gone. And that's the entire rating.
Come on.
And we've seen, like, I think one death of him. I think we've seen several deaths as well.
Yeah, this is what you get. Yeah, you have Rich in there. That's what you get.
Which most likely is due to lose memory right there. But I mean, yeah, one mistake and you can wipe. And
this is the last. I'm excited to see the last two bosses the most.
They just go Dressakav as well. They're walking down to Il'gynoth right now.
Yep, I suspect the raid race comes down to this right here. If Method can cleanly get through Il'gynoth, I don't foresee wipes on Carapace or N'Zoth, or at least ones that I think they could even maybe afford a wipe. Okay, no, never mind. It's good. And still be ahead.
If it's an early wipe.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, but you know.
Sorry, it was almost a bit get fucked.
N'Zoth can still be decently long fight, probably longer than 6-7 minutes, which I would say at this point is the difference.
Yeah, no, it's all right. It was just lagging a little bit.
A long wipe can still, you know, make it a really, really close race. But for now, definitely, you know, as long as Method doesn't wipe, plays safe, you know, up to their standards, they should, in theory, be in a very safe spot right now.
I mean, where really are you going to wipe on Carapace as well, right? Like, that is a very important thing
that's where you'd wipe.
Have in the back of your mind.
It's easy.
Because if you are wiping, like you kind of
alluded to, Aversion, they did trash skip again.
Like, let's say you wipe during
so it's only 50 minutes into the run.
Like you've already just burned like 3 or 4 minutes of time. Obviously, the trash dynamic changes a lot, but sheer time sunk into an attempt is going to be important to have.
If a bad dispel happens on a fight, super hard because of a chain reaction. Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude.
Necessarily where you can wipe, maybe.
Okay, come on, Method. Please wipe, Method.
You know,
wipe for content.
Like,
wipe for content, Method.
With the gate where you place the orb and you complete opposite side.
Please wipe for
content. All
content.
Mistakes that this long into the farm really shouldn't happen. You know,
please
you
wipe
know
for content.
Doing, so, I don't really expect anything necessarily to go wrong.
Everybody, pray for a wipe.
Yeah, you know, as
pray for
as we discussed earlier, that this is kind of a rarity in the sense that it's not very often that Method or probably Aversion either has all their mains together in one raid, and you know that. So you have to assume that
they're probably not used to
even if you might
like
have the random one-off wipe on certain raid nights when you have the split raids, when you've got everyone playing the class they're most comfortable on, the class that probably has the
people
best
are going to play the game the right way,
the most fleshed out neck and cape and all that stuff. Like,
please wipe.
These are probably just. This is going to be even easier than you would normally expect because you've got everyone on the classes that they all play.
No, don't
the
do
best.
Well, and everybody's focused too, right?
Yeah, they're all focused.
Straight up, you've hit on so many things there that
they're actually trying to play the game.
On farm, usually, you know, you got all those people who are favorited on your BattleNet's friends list. You know, you're like, hey, what's up? You got the people that you might have.
The hell is he talking about?
At me on BattleNet, you know, and you're talking to all of them while you're going through the boss. Your
fuck is he talking about, dude?
Place, and sometimes you're going to go down. That's not going to be the case here. Competition, money on the line.
Yeah, I don't talk to my friends during our raid.
Here going down for Method, and this
is fucking right.
Every single city.
That's for whenever I watch porn.
This is the scary part. So many ads will be coming down, and
I'll let the other people do the boss.
Really want to deal with it, but with the amount of DPS,
that's a smart way to do it.
The boss, right? Like, he's closing into like 70% already, soon to go down to 60%. if they don't wipe it in the next 30 seconds, this boss seems kind of clean. But you know,
Yeah, I
you've
think
seen
they're
the
probably
rate
going to
things,
kill
you
it
know,
here.
dropping here and there.
Unless Method actually wipes for content.
One mistake again, Perfecto actually dropping a little
I
bit
hope
low,
they do.
very low actually. But they do end up stabilizing, and they seem to be
Oh
fine.
man, they're gonna
Little bit of
kill
downwards,
it.
The 30% mark very soon. They're doing good so far. Meanwhile, I think Aversion is onto just clear the
What,
first
dude?
organ, I think. Yeah, I think Aversion is getting the first organ right now.
They're gonna kill the boss. All right,
Yeah, they
we
just got the first
got a
organ,
little bit
so
more time.
They're getting the fight just started. Guiding the edge
Yep,
through,
they just killed it.
and
Method already killed it. Okay, imagine if Aversion
this
wipes
was
on this
probably,
shit.
like, one of the scariest bosses.
We'll see what
outside of
happens.
Sanesh coming into this. So,
Okay, yeah, no more
I mean,
content. Well, it's the last boss,
with
last two bosses,
something
which are
that
hard.
clean, they're already thinking about going into other parts of the game and farming 15-year-old mounts, just like any streamer that would be watching that happen right now. Very clean pull, no wipe coming in. Now their focus is going to be on these deep bosses. They just need to keep doing exactly what they're doing, and they're going to be able to win this one.
It's like how there's
Okay, they've
the
got 2
break
bosses
and
left.
10,
We'll see how this is going to go. I
pop-up
think it's about to be
quickly
over
popping
for
up
him,
on the
man.
stream. Method, you know, going for the good old Method break. They couldn't
Yeah,
resist.
got at least one break. Hey guys, we got a little bit of a lead, right?
Wait,
like 3-minute
is
break,
Method
maybe.
BMing them?
Splendid boys.
Method is
we pulled ahead.
BMing them
How
by
about
sitting
a
there
break?
waiting?
It
No
never
way,
happens.
dude.
Dude, my favorite
Oh,
thing had to be from the
no.
last race, like all the movie trailers coming out with, or
They're doing a
everybody's, like, making
fucking
the movie
break,
trailers,
man.
like the break.
The notes in a quick copy pasta probably has some
See how this
cool
is going to
spreadsheets.
go.
That look cool.
All right. Is this the
Copy
part where
pastas, man.
Aversion
It's
just
kind of a
comes
dark
back and
time
wins?
for copy pastas in general. So it is always nice to get to see a wholesome one. Like I feel like right now, if I was to open up a random stream, they'd probably be spamming Mauled or something like that. And I know there are a lot of streamers that really don't like that one. But you know what we do like? A clean pull like this.
Sure, they're doing. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like this was almost one of the easier bosses, even on progress. So now with this much gear,
What a
I mean,
transition.
Basically make this
What a
easy,
transition,
you know, by
dude.
not playing enough healers. And I mean, you
Okay.
look at from start, you see Zelia on a shaman.
Okay,
A healer
okay,
that
okay.
Basically doesn't really do DPS just because the DPS really doesn't
Yeah.
matter in this fight. You know, you just want to be safe. Speed totem can be definitely very useful here as well. Almost mandatory to a degree.
Yeah, I think they're going to kill Carapace. Like, I always hear Carapace is super
play
easy.
Safe, you know, don't take the extra paladins or the disc priests.
Yeah, this
Drop
isn't
the
probably
heal
going to
for
be
the
an
extra
issue at all
DPS,
to
just
them.
play it safe. We're ahead anyway. If we don't wipe, you know, we got this, and they know it's stats right now.
Okay.
Lorkley's
They're just playing the
melee
game,
on
going
this
as
fight,
slow
walking
and
through,
as clean
you know.
as possible.
Looks like she's PvPing. Slowly walking forward.
So,
She's-
basically, it's all about if Method
I'm
can
actually
one-shot
curious,
Nazoth. I don't know. What do you guys think?
how
Are they
many
going to be able
healers
to
do they
one-shot
bring?
Nazoth?
I think
Because
I
I-
Grin
saw
right now?
3.
Oh, no. We'll
yeah,
get fucking
I think I
rich,
saw
dude.
3, but I wasn't sure.
We'll get
Yeah,
rich.
I think it's.
Oh, come
Josh
on.
and
I
Chief
think they're going to be able to
and
kill him
then after
first
that we
try.
saw Zelia as
Personally,
well.
I think so.
Shaman this time.
Could be wrong, but we'll see.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I would say that outside of some catastrophically bad, like, oops, our Warlock gate didn't work for anybody on this last platform.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, like it's unrealistic. It's gonna happen to like 5 people at once, right? So it's more likely that even if somebody ends up making a mistake, the boss will still die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
think
he's
that,
already
like,
in the last
before we
phase,
even
dude.
jumped
They're going to
into
kill
the
him.
raid,
It's
a lot
no
of those
big deal.
Pressure points were outlined. Taking too many risks.
I think that
potentially
Method-
a Maut was one of them.
Please wipe.
Zanesh, a fight
Please
that
wipe,
even when you
Method.
get gear,
Please wipe.
you can't out
Come
gear that
on.
mechanic. Yes, you can see the mechanic less.
I
but
wanna see a
ultimately,
fucking
you
wipe,
can't
man.
just out gear it. We knew that the soccer boss could still be
Yeah,
crazy.
please
a lot
wipe
of
for
those pressure
content.
points in the rearview mirror. Now it's time to just
That's what
do
we're waiting
the
for,
business,
man.
do the
Please.
work, and get the loot.
They are actually 4 healing.
Okay, here we go.
Our new.
Fingers
Trump
crossed,
in
boys.
there.
Fingers crossed for the wipe.
Yeah, he's actually playing Disc Priest here, and you can actually
Mm-hmm.
like he's almost the sole guy that's healing. So I'm pretty sure Josh and Chief, they're just doing DPS at this point, man. They're just
Yeah, that's what you make the new guy do. Hey, new guy, you're healing. I'm DPSing.
That's right.
Is that how it works now? I thought it used to be the different way around. You know, it's like
No.
I don't
Heal
know how the
parsing-
fuck that works,
Heal
dude.
parsing's boring. DPS
Okay.
parsing as a healer, that's the new hotness.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I've been out of touch with
Not
that.
doing your job is what's fun.
There
doing
we
your
see
job
the
is
beautiful-
boring.
Chief is actually my favorite person, by the way. Like he's actually my favorite person. I miss him so much. Actually, I had so much fun doing the dungeon stuff with him.
Yeah.
Probably the most wholesome guy you'll ever run into.
I didn't know Nazoth had that much
it's
health,
funny,
dude.
the dichotomy between those two paladins. One is very wholesome. The other one, I can't even see his name, but I imagine that Now, taking a look as they move a little bit deeper into this fight,
Yep.
And they start to free their damage.
I think I know which paladin he's talking
boss. I'm just trying to think potential places where we could see somebody mess up. I mean, you're not really going to get hit by the tentacles. It just looks like we do see Method cruising this one on home.
We just kill the boss. That's what they have to do.
Oh, yeah, that was, I actually...
They could still wipe
his
here.
Health bar hit 0.
They could actually still wipe.
Yeah.
Please wipe, guys. Please wipe.
Actually, I can't say
wipe for content. Let's see a wipe.
Good reaction time right
Please
there.
wipe for
With
content.
DNA ping as well. That's
okay. Pray for a wipe.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe he meant to LOH him at like 50%. It just didn't go through till he hit 0.
Paladin heroes at 50 HPS. Demon heroes 20
the last part, we see
yeah, they're fucking OP, dude.
Popping as much healing, Rally Greg going out. They know that the boss is practically dead if they live through this. Everyone's sprinting as fast as humanly can to the
2
other
people
side.
died. Oh shit, they just lost 2 people.
Mini ends up getting hit.
Okay.
Maybe disengaged the wrong way, you know, it happens to the best of us.
This could actually be a wipe. This could be a wipe, boys. Now it's exciting.
Ping, no doubt.
Yeah.
Please fucking wipe.
Please
fucking wipe. Please fucking wipe. I want to see it.
I don't think.
Please give me the fucking wipe.
We do see Meeble though. Aversion also did end up is touching Fury of the Soft right now. So about, like I said, 6-7 minutes behind. Just slowly. Oh, JB's camera's gone. Just very, very slowly. You know, every single time.
Okay, we'll see what happens
15-20 seconds falling behind more.
1% wipe content. Yeah, dude, that's what we're hoping for. 1% wipe content.
JB's cam was gone for a second, but ultimately we're going to see the Fury of Ny'alotha be gone.
The Fury of Ny'alotha
back. Somebody who is also a little bit furry, as a reference to your chest hair, not the conventions that Trainwrecks goes to.
Not the lifestyle.
Yeah, not I'm stopping. I'm actually stopping.
Any
this
Teen
one
Wolves
right
in chat?
Here. But
any
it's
Teen
time
Wolves?
To pull Ny'alotha. This is going to be the one thing that stands between Method and actually winning this.
This is it. It's all come down to this.
Yeah, I mean,
please,
I'm pretty sure Method is watching.
Please, Method wipe.
Somebody watching the stream as like Scribe and Potter.
All right, guys.
The big foil,
if Method wipes, Aversion could actually win this.
Themselves, you know,
please wipe.
Backseat gaming a little bit. I'll probably say things like, guys, just do your assignments. Just play it safe. Drop to corruption.
How much money you got riding on this?
How much what?
How much money you got riding on this?
You can be honest. Right now, you know, they're pretty chill, they're pretty confident, and
none.
They should be.
Maybe a little.
I'll tell you what.
Is off break.
I'll give 200 subs if Aversion wins.
I mean,
we got some time. We got some time.
Yeah, I'll give 200 subs.
Anybody need to use the bathroom?
I mean, there's like a 0% chance, right? Yeah, I'll give 200 subs.
Water, please.
500? No, fuck you. It's 200.
Yeah, this is actually. I imagine there's some
Thunder
dudes
Fury
in the raid that
Thunder Fury was 500.
Fuck
that.
Without taking a smoke break in there.
Not even 300? No, guys, we're not doing 300. Guys,
vibrating
relax.
In their chair.
Whoa.
Okay. To yourself or Method? To me. I'm gifting them to me.
Don't do it.
Yeah, they're being gifted to me.
Vibrating in your chair isn't really good for you either.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Hope nobody's
I do it all
doing
day.
That. Focus up.
What do you mean?
Speaking of that, look at all these tentacles on the screen right now. You're going to need to try to beat them back down into their place.
Please,
Method
wipe.
Through these mechanics
this is
here.
It.
Get a little bit of damage on
Ny'alotha.
Method wipe. But the main thing that we're going to be thinking about, of course, is going to be Psychus.
Method wipe.
Those phases where you actually do need to bring down the synapses so you can damage that boss. And right now we saw, I think, the first paranoia going out.
Wipe, man.
But all in all, I feel like this is one of the fights that also got a lot easier over time, right? Whether it be with gear and nerfs.
I was obviously I was with Nex a little bit in the dungeon team, and we were talking a little bit about it, and he brought up, you know,
McConnell, who do you think's gonna win?
The shield, basically, in the
Aversion.
forcing you to play the mythic phase, which I think implies they got the boss up to 25 or 30% before the last phase. So, I mean, if you consider, you know, you usually I think maybe get 60 or 60, maybe 70% or something before this phase, and now you get it all the way down to 25 to 30.
What do you want him to wipe? I'm just joking, man.
I'm trying to remember what it was. Yeah, during progress,
like
it would be. Yeah, I think it would be
60-ish.
I don't think that Method's gonna wipe. Honestly, like they've done this probably 100 times.
Boss under like 2/3.
Done this way too fucking long.
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Now apparently you get them below a third.
Okay.
Yep. Now you know.
So there's like more of the little fucking ads.
Responses of, you know, the Warcraft devs and stuff, you know, like that the original small drama things that happened during the Racer World first, they were in fact, you know, the security of not being able to skip it fully, and apparently they ended up coming into an intuition where, you know, it's needed. So
I have no idea what they're talking about, but that's true.
It works.
Yeah, it's pretty true.
Here we go with the suction. They're going to be pulled on in. This is one of the trickier overlaps, I guess,
it's just
to deal
like more
with,
AoEing down
like,
ads.
it's just so much practice. You can
and
see
Aversion's still, they're still on
also, one of
Fury
the other changes,
N'Zoth.
I'm pretty sure you can't get the double Corruptor tentacles next to the Basher tentacle, which I still do have a screenshot of. It was just a really cool occurrence that used to happen on this boss fight. I think with some of the nerfs, that actually did get changed, but they're going to be able to clean up all of these ads without too much of a problem, and here's a big burst opportunity.
And I'm just curious to see how far they can actually get the boss down at this point.
I think probably
mean,
like 80% or so, or 75%.
And just going as ham as he can, actually not popping the blood of the enemy. Bit disappointed in that one, but
okay, they're just trying to go as hard as they can.
Yeah, I mean,
check lazy.
I remember on progress, if somebody was below 90%, it was like, man, they just slayed that boss.
Yeah.
The pressure on this fight was, I feel like, so unique compared to other progressions that we've seen this tier. Obviously, it's so weird to think about the fact that the world first race has only existed this expansion. Truly one of my favorite things to come out of BFA. Probably my favorite thing. Like that and Volpira are the top two for sure. But we haven't seen a fight move the way that this one did. I think also with the dynamic of,
not really.
okay, what's the secret phase going to be, and not really knowing, and then moving through that health bar so slowly, it felt like there were more secrets to be there. It was interesting to watch. This
Luigi
time, though,
back at it
very
again.
different,
Exactly,
going
guys.
into it with full knowledge, going for absolute speed.
Yeah,
that's
and
true.
I mean, I miss not having. I mean, I guess I wish there was more of an emphasis on speed clearing and raids, because I do think it's fun to watch these guys push their classes to the limit. And
I feel like they're gonna. This is a really fast fucking clear. Like this is faster than I do normal mode.
So difficult,
which is what's insane about it.
Is because they don't have the gear.
They should have done a mount giveaway.
They're trying to do this probably like 5-10 eye levels below what the bosses.
I'd actually signed up, dude.
Next like, lower than what a lot of guilds are clearing at. Their capes are lower. You know, getting the primary stat.
Yeah, I need that fucking mount.
Really big deal for DPS.
Why so much
then you
hate
see what these guys
towards
are
Volpira?
actually capable of doing once their characters are kind of fully fleshed out, and you never really get a chance to see that. You don't get to see the end product of like, here's what happens after you farm your character for 3 months.
The main thing is, this is like the
that's one of the best things about like seeing like classic speedruns too.
It's chill.
JB's
time
right.
Necessarily. I would love to see some more races, you know, in between the tiers, you know, that are still going, because at that point, you know, you have methods onto like 4 split runs. Everyone has like 4 or 5 mythic.
Can we please? All right, so they just killed Carapace. Aversion just killed Carapace.
I would love to see that.
So if they don't one-shot, if Method doesn't one-shot, Aversion could win right here.
In this,
that's a big if, though.
They were playing with a boomkin.
It's a massive big if.
Been a geared out mage or a warlock or something.
Classic speedruns are also toxic as fuck. No, I think that's just classic itself. I don't think that's classic speedrun's fault.
I would love to see, you know, a race of like, you know, maybe a BUD race.
Okay, I think they're gonna have like the hidden phase pretty soon here.
The Eternal Palace race, something like that, you know, that is.
Yeah, that's not classic's fault. Or the speedrun's fault.
Tactics. Wow.
Well, we do see Aversion getting now to N'Zoth.
Yep, they're there now. That's
so
good.
Technically, if Method wipes on
Aversion could win
N'Zoth at any point, it is Aversion's race to lose, as they will have started their N'Zoth poll before Method will restart the poll. So technically, there is still some hope.
Please wipe.
I mean, straight off the bat,
please wipe, guys.
About to start pulling it, so then
I want to see it right down to the wire, dude. That's what makes it exciting.
Just slowly has pulled them out, starting with like the mouths.
Purge Wars part of speedrun culture now in classic. Purge Wars.
A little bit more DPS, bit better tactic.
Jeez, dude, I'm so glad that I should have rolled on a PvE server. That's like so cringe.
If Method doesn't wipe, they'll win.
Purge Wars. Oh man.
Up, you know, wiping.
How obnoxious.
Next to that, probably even a couple of seconds ahead.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna die.
I really hope. I think that this is one of the scenarios, even though it's a Hail Mary pass and it doesn't look like it would be enough to do it. I mean, lay on the corruption if you can. Look for that extra damage. Or I mean, on the other hand, maybe relying for the safe.
It's getting right down to it, boys.
Right? Just
you just got
right now. What would it be?
You're not making up minutes of damage with corruption.
Drain Eye female probably.
You can see this well in the version,
that's the one that I always say.
The placing markers, everyone are completely ready.
Okay.
They know that they're behind, and the only way how they're gonna win is if Method wipes at this point. So they just make sure that they're one pull.
Staying alliance. Yeah, I'm staying alliance.
In case Method wipes, and
me and all the other dozens of other alliance players.
Right now, as we are watching the fight, definitely dealing with the mechanics very well.
Okay, this is right down to it.
You see it in some just chatting section, but this mechanic also in the World of Warcraft section as well. You have to deal with those harvesters of thoughts, and then you can keep on moving, and you can actually start to get the damage onto N'Zoth.
Okay, Kana. I knew he was gonna do it, man.
That was amazing. 10 out of 10.
Oh no!
What the name of it?
It's the name of it.
That's the name of the thing.
Like, JB's like quiet, trying to be professional, dude.
We see one of the later Minecrafts coming in, and this was even like this. You know, this is the perfect Minecraft if you want. You wanted to go from the boss to the edge. The melees, the paladins, they can just sit there and just DPS.
I think they're gonna kill it, man.
What is it? 4 or 5 extra seconds you
like
gain by
this is over.
Which at the end of the race,
I
like
could be
this,
wrong,
you know,
but I
if
think it's over.
Race and the version gets it from the back to the boss, and Method gets it from the boss to the back. That's gonna be like 2-3% boss HP right there. That is, you know, you're basically missing out on of fight RNG to a degree. So again, next Anguish coming in, placing it down beautifully. Jimmy flying to the back.
Yeah, these guys are way more coordinated than my pugs, man. I'll say that for sure. I think it's probably the fact that they're in Method and like my pugs
they're going about the
are getting led by my stream delay
at this point.
Just a little bit better. Yeah, no shit, dude. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, huh?
Gateway is still 25 seconds away.
No way, dude. Yeah.
I mean, what at this point?
I know, man.
30% maybe?
I know,
yeah,
I know.
34%.
No shit, Sherlock. Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna have it down to the 25 most likely, maybe before the gateway's.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have it down. Like they're just gonna blow this fucking fight up. Like, let's be real.
That is incredible. I mean, just like we said, remember, right?
Their
like,
damage is really fucking high too.
Got the boss maybe to like, you know,
this is actually depressing me though, because it makes me feel like I need to play arms.
Progress. You got the boss like.
Oh, there's the gateway.
40% lower right now.
All right, here we go, boys.
It goes all the way to 20 apparently.
Yeah, this is gonna be a 20% push.
God damn.
Wow, that's actually wild.
God damn, dude. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool to. I hope that this.
All right, there they go. Hidden face.
The way of the road.
I
hope that we get to
he's
see
really
the progression, and then before
I've watched
the
his
next
streams
tier actually
before.
does come out, we get to see what everybody's kind of achieved and have a race like this. It's fun to see these two guilds go head-to-head in a way that we really haven't seen in a while. It kind of reminds me
Final boss.
of the one tournament that happened like, up on the BlizzCon stage where we saw people actually going about the bosses, but the trash wasn't a dynamic in this. So this really does feel very new.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, like,
just the fact, you know, like, because we see Method blazing through it right now. This is quite late.
God damn.
If these, you know, races become more frequent, that would be really cool. Because then you might have, you know, even guilds starting to think ahead. You know, oh, there's probably gonna be a race again this tier, and just maybe from like week 3, 4, they're gonna maybe start.
I don't know if these will be popular or not. I'm not sure.
Do some needed little
I'll talk about that afterwards.
And then, you know,
let me just finish this first.
On these bosses, this is where we see Method pull ahead from mostly.
These races become more frequent?
No. Being faster on those stress skips.
Don't even think about that.
And if you can min-max that, you would have some really good competition. You would have some really close.
And that personally excites me because if we can see some of these top guilds figure out ways to skip trash very effectively, I'm going to steal that and use that in my raid to go even faster during farm. And spend even less time reclearing.
Everybody gets better at the game.
Yeah, it's a useful thing
just burning
to
them all down.
As we do pop on out of that secret phase that honestly wasn't that exciting of a secret. It's like when your friends hide a secret from you and they tell you and you already know and you have to act surprised. That's how we all felt about that secret phase. But now they come out, they're going to be able to do all the damage that they can.
And here it is,
try
boys.
To melt this boss and take the W.
It is fucking over.
The first set of
Method wins the Method event.
So got mind controls and
I know, guys. I know. We would have never expected that. The world first guild or world second right now, but still,
118.
One of the top guilds in the world.
I think it got actually finished, or I think it actually ran a little longer than it was, but it was about 1 hour, 18 minutes, 30 seconds.
That was fucking fast.
Wow.
Yeah, you know that's.
Dude, there are guilds that still take, you know, 4 hours to clear MC, and that raid is 15 years old. Like
only 4 hours
able to do this in an hour. There are people who
that's fucking impressive.
Time that have played MC for 15 years and cannot clear it that fast. Really impressive stuff coming out here from Method. And I do want to say Aversion did a really good job as well. We are still watching as they move through. They are in the
to be fair, like Aversion did do a really good job. Like, I'm not going to say anything bad about that. I mean, no, it's not about Olympus. We fucking clear MC really fast. What the hell are you guys talking about? We're popping off. We're always popping off. Talking about, man, it has nothing to do with me, man. Listen, Aversion did a really good job. The fact that they were this close to Method, and Method's like one of the top guilds, that's really fucking impressive. I would say it is. So it's not like they suck or anything. It's just comparing them to Method. Obviously, they were a little bit slower.